Okay, hi everybody. How are you doing? Thanks for coming on. There's still some people jumping on, so I'll just start off by, start off pretty slowly, just saying hi. I want to make sure everybody can see and hear me, so let me enable the chat. So type in the chat if you can see and hear me. That would be great. And we'll get started. There's a bit of delay and there's some people jumping on, but definitely time to get started. So this is week one of what I'd like to call training and mastermind sessions, because what I'd like to be able to do is open these up to Q&A at the end. Anybody can ask any questions if you have any. Because I think that's how it works best. I'll do some training, and then if anybody has any questions on whatever I'm training on, then they can be answered then and there, which is perfect. This week it's all about your mindset. It's about talking about what attraction marketing is. I'm going to give you a little bit of background about me, where I'm come from, and just because I think it's important you know who's talking to you. And then it's important, this stuff. It's what you need to get your head around. It's what you need to get correct, what you need to get right first before you can achieve success. And a lot of people kind of skip this step and then wonder why things aren't really working out for them. You can't skip this step. It is so important. I would venture to say it is absolutely vital. You look at those leaders online, look at people like Ray Higdon, Diane. I mean, any of the leaders will tell you your mindset comes first, and then you've got to see some results in your business. Now, before I go any further, I apologize for my appearance. I've just come back from the gym. If you're wondering why I'm in a sports shirt and looking a bit bedraggled, that is why. But all the same, it was time to start the webinar, so here I am, and who really cares what I look like? Anyway, this is about you and your success. So what I'm going to do, ask you to type in the chat to make sure that everybody can hear and see me. Excellent. Thank you, Jim. You can see and hear me. In fact, I'll just make sure my microphone is up. There we go. Make sure everybody can hear me nicely and loudly and clearly. I'm going to share my screen. I've got a few slides, but they're very, very sort of vague and brief. I'm going to be talking around things more than just throwing slides up and you reading them, because to be honest, you probably fall asleep. I know I do. If somebody throws slides up and then reads them to me, I fall asleep. That is not what I'm doing. So let me open that up, share the screen, and we will get going. The screen share wasn't working very well the other night, so fingers crossed. There we go. Okay, you should be able to see my screen. I just want to make sure you can see my screen before I make this fill the screen. Okay, so yes, you can, and I look fine. Well, thank you very much, Cynthia. That's very kind of you. Can you see my screen? Next question. I just want to double check, because once I rambled on and on and on, and nobody could see my screen, and it was a waste of everybody's time. So I like to double and triple check, to be honest, that you can see it before I start. We'll dive in. Okay, well, nobody's saying they can't see my screen, so I'm going to assume that you can. If I put it like this, I don't really care if you can see the slides. That's fine. It doesn't bother me at all. You can see what I want you to be able to see, which is the pictures in the middle. So let's dive in and get going. Like I said, it's important for you to know who is talking to you. This is me, of course. This is my family. This is my husband, Chris. These are my beautiful twin daughters. This is Ellie and Isabel. I'm going to give you just a very, very brief background as to where I've come from, where I am now. You know, just so that you know, that it can be done. No, I had nothing to do with network marketing, with online marketing at all until just a year and a half ago. I literally knew nothing. I was a teacher. Prior to having these two beautiful young ladies here, I was a teacher. Loved being a teacher. I was a teacher for, I think it was 14 years, and I stopped when I was pregnant with Ellie and Isabel. And, you know, I was a full-time mum. I'm still am a full-time mum, but I decided when they were, I guess, around about 2, it was about time I started to think about my next move. Should I go back to work? You know, I wanted to bring in some income to the family, but I was so loving being at home with my children. I didn't really want to go back to work, but I wanted to bring in the income. And that is when I had that phone call. I'm sure you've all had it. In my case, it was my cousin called me, talked to me about network marketing, introduced me to a network marketing company that she was in, and it sounded perfect. You know, I could work from home. There was the potential of making a significant income in network marketing. I could see people had done it. I could see people were doing it. So I was really excited, like you are when you start anything new, really. I was very excited, and I dived in, and I tried everything. I had home meetings. I talked to my friends and family. I remember Skyping with people who are abroad, who are my friends, and talking to them about what I was doing. I went to hotel meetings. I spoke to strangers. And, you know, I still think that working your warm market and working like that, offline strategies, is a fantastic way to get started. It works really well for some people. It didn't work well for me. I became very, very frustrated and wanted to know how the people who were online, who I could see online, were doing it, because I could see that, you know, there must be another way. Just working your warmness the whole time just didn't seem to make any sense. So I went online, and I was lucky enough to stumble across basically somebody who popped up and was talking about generating leads on the internet. He sort of gave me a briefing about how it all worked. He showed me his results. And to be honest, it was the hope I was looking for. And I dived in with both feet, and here I am today. I started, I didn't really know what I was doing at first, but I started generating my own leads. What really spurred me on was when I spoke to those leads. They were people who actually wanted to talk to me, and that was new for me. You know, anyone I'd say, yes, they wanted to talk to me, but they weren't really interested in what I had to say to them. And for once, people, when I was generating my own targeted leads, people wanted to hear from me. They were, you know, they were excited to hear from me. And, you know, that was what really, really spurred me on. So that is where that's where I come from. I just want to share just a couple of results with you. You can see, you know, it's real. These are my the leads that I've generated. This is the month of July. You see an average goes up to 20. The average is about 20. I have commissions coming in. If you look at the dates, sometimes there's 3, 4 commissions coming in every day. Sometimes there's a bit less. I was member of the month back in January for one business. I have some pretty decent testimonials from some very highly regarded leaders, which is, you know, they're on my blog if you want to listen to them. I didn't write any of it. I just wanted you to see that, you know, these leaders are recording testimonies for me, which is fantastic. So that's where I've come from. That's what I'm doing now. And no, what is this all about? What are we doing? Well, like I said, this week is all about introducing these mastermind sessions, these weekly sessions to you. Don't worry, we are going to be diving in this week as well. It's not just an introduction. You will need your notepad and pen. You will be scribbling things down. I'm going to be talking about what is attraction marketing, just very, very briefly. That's just literally just in a nutshell. I'm sure some of you on here already understand attraction marketing, but if you don't, I think it's important that you know the methodology that's behind what I do, which is marketing my business online now rather than offline. And I do that through using attraction marketing techniques. So I think it's important that you understand what they are, what that means. And then the bit where you're going to really need your notepad and your pen out is when I talk to you about motivation. And we're going to really dive in there. So here we go tonight, outlining the next few weeks. What is attraction marketing in a nutshell? And then going into meat and potatoes part where you're going to need your pen and pencil out and just make this a bit bigger and take some notes, okay? You can hear I've had a bit of a cold. I've still got a bit of a cold, so I do apologise for that. So we're going to be talking about motivational factors, why so many fall short in home business. We're going to talk about why they do and why you're not going to, what you can do about it from tonight will prevent you from being one of those people who fall short in home business. The main factors to your home business success, 4 actions that you can take. I like people to go away from webinars with actions that they can take to get you on the path to success. I'm going to give you a few book recommendations. I say book, actually. A lot of people prefer audios. All of these books are also in audio format. You can just throw them on in your car when you're driving or whatever. Listen to them when you're cooking dinner. You know, whatever you like to do, how to absorb motivational type information. I'm going to give you some book recommendations. I'm reading one at the moment. It's fantastic. I absolutely love it. It's on the recommendations list, if I can say the word. And then I'm going to give you a little sneak peek at one of the resources that I use to get me my results. We're going to just take a little bit of a look around that so that I can just show you what it is, how it works, and what it offers you, and how it can make your life a lot easier. And then we'll open it up to Q&A. Okay? So, first of all, what is attraction marketing? I think the easiest I like to actually show you with pictures. It's my fancy, remember it's teacherish, but I like to actually show people with pictures what attraction marketing and how it is and how it works. So when you start in your network marketing business, everybody is told to create their warm list. Great, you know, it's a great strategy to use. There's nothing wrong with creating your warm list. You create your warm list, you call everybody. You're told, you know, some other strategies as well, but basically these are ways that you, sorry, I just noticed that you can't see my screen anymore. Before I go any further, something happened to the screen. Okay, no. Looks like it might be back. Okay, I apologise for that. Okay, where was I? So I'm diving into your warm list, and you know, like I said, that is a great place to start. The trouble is that the way that you do that, the way that you're taught to do that, is to lead with your MLM business up front, and to sort of show people what it is that you do, and basically try and sell them your MLM business. And I think that's where a lot of people tend to struggle, because most people who are in network marketing have not got a sales background, know how to present something particularly well on the phone, not just on the phone, on the computer, in speaking, you know, and so that's where a lot of people fall down. Now, when you're online, it's quite different. So a lot of people run out of their warm list, and then they, you know, most people at that point give up. Okay, but there is an alternative. The alternative is to use attraction marketing strategies, so that you're not trying to sell your MLM business up front. You're not thrusting your MLM business in people's faces. Instead, when you're online, this is you, here you are smiling, when you're online, using attraction marketing methods, what you do is you lead with value. So people online are not, as a general rule, out there looking to join your network marketing business. They're just not. You just have to accept that fact. They're not out there online typing in the name of your network marketing business because they want to join you in your network marketing business. That's just not really the way it works. People are online because they need a solution. They either need to improve life in some way, they might need to earn some more money, they might be in a network marketing business and they're not doing particularly well at it, so they're looking for a solution for that. They're looking for you know, a way to better themselves or a way to better their business. They're online looking for a solution, and the type of words that they're typing into Google or typing into YouTube are to do with finding that solution. And that's where you come in. Because when you're online, you learn how to get those people to become part of your audience. And they are targeted people because they are the ones looking for you. They're looking for that solution. It might be your network marketing business. It might be you know, some other solution that you can offer to them. But they're looking for that. So when you pop up with that solution because you're leading with value, that is when the magic starts to happen. That is when it starts to work when you're online. So instead of leading with your network marketing business, now you are leading with value. So it might be a free training, it might be a free ebook, whatever it is. And don't worry if you're thinking to yourself, well, I'm completely new, I don't have anything to offer. Don't worry, because I'm going to show you a solution near the end of this webinar. But you need to have something to offer to those people so that they can, in exchange for that, can give you their information. It might be their email address, it's their contact information, email address, phone number, and then they become your lead. Okay, so in case that you're not sure what a lead is, it's very difficult to write on a whiteboard like this. A lead is simply somebody who exchanges their contact information for whatever value you are providing them. And like I said, don't worry if at this point you feel like you haven't got value to provide to them. Because believe me, you know more than you think you do anyway, but there are ways around that. There is value you can create for you that you can provide, and I'll do a lot more about that near the end of this webinar. So those people become your lead, and you build up, by doing that, you build up your audience. Okay, so you need to learn how to generate the traffic, the eyeballs to your offer. That is not difficult. And again, I will show you something that will teach you everything that you need to know. So you don't need to worry about that. You You can do it on Facebook if you want to. You can do it on any of the social media sites. You can do it with video. You can do it with paid marketing. But somehow you've got to get traffic to you, to your offer. People exchange their contact information for the value. They become your leads. They are then your new audience. And because they've gone through this process, it's not cold traffic anymore. They are warm. It is warm traffic, and you continue to feed them with value, send them to trainings, whatever that is, to keep them a warm audience. And when people have warmed up to you, they've got to know, like, and trust you, that is when many of them, not all of them, but many of them will join your network marketing business. And if you do this right, you can actually earn money from the people who don't network marketing business anyway. So we're going to dive into the motivational part. This is the part when you're going to take some notes. I hope this has made a little bit more sense to those of you who weren't sure how attraction marketing works. This is how attraction marketing works. Instead of thrusting your MLM business at people, you lead with value. You build up your audience, your online audience, and you can market anything to people once they are in there, or the audience, and that you have warmed them up by providing them with value, continuing to provide them with value. Like I said, this part can actually be done for you. The lead capture page part can actually be done for you. The training that you can send these people can actually be done for you, and I'll be talking some more about that later on. Okay? No, we don't want to save that. Right, so let's dive into the meat and potato parts of this webinar. I'm going to do this properly now, so that you can really see it. I really want you to be able to see this. So there's three main factors to your business success. Now, everybody says they're serious about home business success. Of course they do. When you ask someone a question such as, from a scale of 1 to 10, how serious would you say about your network marketing success, about your online business success? You might not even be in network marketing, that's fine. You don't have to be. There's other online businesses. Most people will say 10. Most people will say they are absolutely committed to their success, which is great. But then, why is it that most end up giving up before they've made it? Why is it that, I think it's something like, some statistic like 97% of people actually end up failing, actually end up giving up before they've made it, before they've achieved that success? What is right now standing between you and your success? So my first questions to you are, did you really think home business would be easy? Did you think success would happen overnight? And did you think it would happen without investing in yourself or in your business? Now, I hope the answer to all three of those questions is no, because if not, you might well be in the wrong place. Success is not going to happen overnight. However, success is very, very attainable. You need to get your head in the right place. You do need to invest in yourself and your business. That doesn't have to be monetary investment. You certainly need to invest time and energy. And I would argue that you need to invest some money as well. At the end of the day, this is your business. And for business to work, you need to be prepared to invest, not just energy and effort, but you do need to be prepared to invest some money. Now, my good friend and leader in the industry called Justice Eager, if you've been on YouTube, you might want to come across him, puts this so well that I'd like to just quote what he says. I love the way he puts this. You need to realize that if someone who is successful is getting the results you are not getting, they either have the skills and knowledge that you don't have, or they're doing something that you are not doing. It's plain and simple. Let me say that again. If someone who is successful and getting the results that you are not getting. They either have skill knowledge that you don't have, or they're doing something that you are not doing. So you need to find out what they know, and you need to start doing what they are doing. Of course, putting your own spin on it. You're not to absolutely copy what people are doing, but if it's working for them, it will work for you. You need to acquire the skills and knowledge. You need to take action, and you need to develop the right mindset. So let's go back to number one. Acquiring the skills and knowledge. This will require some investment. And, you know, yes, there is free training out there, but at the very, very least, it will require a time investment. Now, I personally often go for the easier option. And to be honest, when I want to learn about something, I tend to try and find something that's like an all-in-one course. When I was learning about video marketing, I bought video marketing rather than trying to grasp a little bit from here, a little bit from there, a little bit from somewhere else. I personally like the easy option and like to just grab the whole thing. So that's what I did. You don't have to do it that way. You know, there are plenty of people training on the internet, plenty of free training out there. But it makes your life a little bit more difficult, to be honest. Now, at this point, I think it's important for me to point out that you do not need to learn everything. You don't need to know everything all at once. So, you know, if you're panicking about the fact that you're thinking, well, I don't know, that's a lot to learn, don't worry about it. You can pick things up one at a time. You really only need to learn one marketing strategy when you go online, and that's it. People have proved that time and time again. So if you haven't heard of them, that's fine, but there's two people who are absolutely killing it on Facebook, Michelle and Bill Pesco-Solido, and that is really all they do. They don't use any other marketing methods at all. I think they might fiddle a little bit on Twitter, but apart from that, it's pretty much all Facebook. She is known as the Facebook Queen, and it goes to show that, you know, if you start learning one strategy, you can actually make that one strategy really work out for you. You might decide you want to learn about video marketing, and then, you know, stick with it until you start to see results with video marketing. You might try a little bit of paid marketing. But what I want you to know is that you don't have to know everything. You just need to. You need to get started. And Zig Ziglar puts it really well. You don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. Now, you might not have heard that motivational phrase before, but I absolutely love it. And I love the way that Diane Hoffman puts it. You don't have to get right. You just have to get going. You will not succeed in this business. In fact, you will not succeed in life in general, to be honest, unless you do that middle step there, and that is take action. So the first factor, you must acquire the skills and knowledge. The second factor, you must take action. Do not get stuck in learning. Learning is fantastic. It doesn't earn you the money. You must take action. And then the third factor, I think all of these are equally important, is developing the right mindset. Home business definitely starts between the ears, and you must truly believe in yourself in order to succeed. This can be worked on as an ongoing, short, sort of daily action. That's the way I like to do it. I actually love to read, and when I go to bed at night, I like to have a book, and I just do 10 to 15 minutes of my mindset development. Then when I'm in bed at night, I pick up my book and I read it. Other people, you know, they might like to read something else in bed, or they might not be readers, big readers. That's fine. There's audios. You know, you can listen to an audio. Like I said, throw it on in the car. But you must work on your mindset, and it must be something that you work on daily. And another thing that's important to remember is absolutely nothing that you need to know. Absolutely nothing you need to learn about marketing your business, and particularly if you're worried about marketing your business online and starting online, none of it is rocket science. Nothing you need to do is actually all that difficult. It's just new and unfamiliar. And when things are new and unfamiliar, they can feel like they're overwhelming. Take it one step at a time. Don't let it overwhelm you. Remember, none of it's difficult. Once you get your head around it, once you grasp something, you'll look back at it and you'll think, wow, why did I think that was difficult? Because it's, you know, it's a bit like learning to walk. Now we take it for granted. Well, now the people who have learned the skills, acquired the skills and the knowledge online, they take it for granted. And sometimes when you do these training courses and things, I think people go a bit too fast because they forget what it's like at the beginning when you're picking up the skills in the first place. But it does take commitment. It does take belief. It does take time and investment in your skills and knowledge. And most importantly, it does take action. So some actions that you can start to take today. Oh, first thing when you wake up in the morning. Some actions you can start to take to actually start to achieve success. And, you know, for some of you, you've already achieved a certain amount of success, but you need to take things one step further. For some other people, you might be still trying to get that first bit of success. And once you start to achieve success, the motivation kicks in. It's like an upward spiral. It's great. Once you start to see the success coming in, once you start to see whatever it is that you are doing, it might sign up for your business. It might be that you started to be able to pay the bills. You know, whatever it is that you are thinking of as success, once you start to achieve it, it's like a huge motivational spiral, and it just keeps going. So some actions that you need to take. Now this is very important, and you must have heard before, I'm sure you have, identifying your why. Well, personally, I think it needs to go past that. Because a lot of people, and I talk to people on the phone and I say, you know, where do you see your business in 5 years? What vision have you got with your life? How is it going to look when your business really starts to take off? What is your why? Why did you start in the first place? When you start to ask people questions like that, it's amazing how few people can actually answer you. Most people tend to say, I want to earn more money. Most people tend to say, I want to be able to pay bills. A lot of it comes back to earning money, and I'm sure that is part of your why. You know, I'm sure it is. But that's not your vision. You need to identify your vision. You need to take it past paying the bills and really think it through. What will you be doing? Where will you go? How will you help people? Really think about sort of detailed questions. What will it actually look like? What will your life actually look like? Then you need to start setting some short-term goals and some long-term goals. I would start with the long-term goals. But you also need to start setting yourself short-term goals. I mean really short-term goals. So you might have a goal for the week. You might have a set of goals for the day. I'm somebody who likes to write things down. I like to write my goals down because I like to be able to cross them off when I've achieved them. It feels great. So, you know, the shorter term you can get with this, the better. Write out those long-term goals. They can go on your wall. But also make sure you have short-term goals, achievable short-term goals. So that when you start to actually start achieving things, you feel better about what you're doing. So jot them down, cross them off as you go. You need to refine your daily routine. This is really, really important. These are your daily habits. It's definitely important that you feel good about yourself. So I would include in refining your daily routine and refining your daily habits, I would include things like how you're eating. I would include things like exercising. You need to start to feel better. You need to feel better in yourself. You need to feel, well, just generally better, which includes your health. So, make sure that the health aspects of your daily routine are also refined. But as far as business goes, you need to make sure you're holding yourself accountable for everything that you're doing. You're the one who is running this business, and you're the only one who is running the business. So you're the one who needs to hold yourself accountable. And a good way to do that is actually to track your daily activities and to track your achievements. And Eric Worre actually held up a calendar the other day online, and he said, this is how you see your plan of action. This is how you can see your whether you are actually really taking action. Take a look at your calendar. Is there anything on it? And if there's nothing on your calendar right now, don't worry too much about it. Make sure you're putting things on your calendar. But if there's nothing on your calendar right now, then what actions have you been taking? If you're a network marketer, you need to be talking to people. You need to put that onto your calendar. Now, if you're learning, if you've set up right now, and you're learning how to do online marketing, your calendar might be empty right now until you learn to generate those leads. But then you need to start to make sure you're filling it up. Put on the live events that you're going to go to. It's important that you attend live events. They really help with your motivation. And it's important that you start to act like you want the people who join your team to act. So things like going to live events, because you can't be telling your team to go to the live event if you're not going to the live event yourself. And then, like I talked about before, consistent daily personal development is also very, very important. So motivational books, motivational audios. These are the actions you need to start to take. Okay? It's important you hold yourself accountable. It's important you start tracking your daily activities. How you use entirely up to you. You need to start changing your daily habits. Set yourself long-term goals, set yourself short-term goals, and really think through that vision. What does it really look like? Paint that picture in your mind. I'll go back to the book recommendations in a minute. Because right now, I want to show you, before I go back to the book recommendations, I want to show you what I use. Some of you on here, I recognise. A couple of you are already using an online marketing system to help you with that first part that I was drawing for you. Now, I mentioned to you that you can have the value that you provide done for you. You can have the follow-up once people become part of your audience. You can have that done for you. Emails that are written for you, professionally written for you. You can have the capture pages built for you. And the way that you do that, well, there's a few online marketing systems, but to be honest, hand down, this is the best. Let me make sure you can see it. Have I managed to turn? Hang on. Where have you gone? Sorry, everybody. I always have trouble. Okay, I'll share the screen again. Hello. Let me share the screen again. I want to show you. Okay. So this is the system I use, which provides all of that stuff for you. I just want to show you around a little bit. So there's two levels of membership, university and mastery. At university level, you haven't got all of this stuff, but you've got most of it. There's a whole section on training. If you click on here, marketing strategies, I've got to sign in, sorry. Okay. This is the stuff that will drive the traffic to your website. So this is the way that you generate the leads, and you can choose what you want to do. You can choose what you want to learn about because it's all here. So you've got social networking, you're training Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, meetup groups, a awesome training on Instagram marketing, content marketing, search engine optimization, copywriting training, blogging. This is all available to you through the university membership. Paid marketing strategies, anything you could ever think of. Prospecting, calling your leads, prospecting strangers. Okay? Mindset, storytelling for profit. Yeah, got the more than three most recent webinar recordings in here, and that is all available to university members. Now, one big difference between university and mastery is this, the training library. The training library is far and away the best training on the internet. This is every single training webinar ever recorded in My Lead System Pro since 2008. And have a look at it. Look at these words here. All you need to do, dive in here, you type in what you want to learn about. So if it's Facebook, you type in Facebook. Bang, up comes all of these training webinars about Facebook. Now, before I found My Lead System Pro, like I said, I was really struggling. I dived in. I did a lot of the training. I used the Done For You websites. Let me show you one. So these are the MLSP campaigns. This is how you lead with value. Here we go. Here is a Done For You capture page. This one's a video one. There's plenty though. Hang on. There we go. A Done For You capture page. And it allows you to give away that value. So this one is an interview. Give away an interview up front. People put their name and email address in. Automated emails are sent out to them automatically by My Lead System Pro. You don't need to do anything. They are sent out automatically. You can, as you get better, you can start to write your own emails. You can refine the ones that are in there if you want to, although they're professionally written and they do convert, they're very good. But you know, you learn as you go. Use all the automated stuff, and then you kind of start to add in your own things. There are trainings that you can give away. They're called system trainings. Let me show you. So this is the Instagram training that was done a few weeks ago by April. Her name was April Marie Tucker. So this is the capture page, and it leads people to I believe it's about a 90-minute training. Give you authority, because once you can lead with value like this, people see you as a go-to person. They see you as someone who can lead with authority. They learn, they begin straight away to know, like, and trust you, because you're not leading with your MLM business. You're leading with this, and believe me, it's incredible value. Once they become part of your audience, you can, before you have that value to provide to people yourself before you start to create your own trainings, you can send people. Let me show you the, where is it? The call schedule. You can send people to all of these live trainings. Look how many live trainings there are. Live trainings on Mondays, there's 2. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Tuesday there's 2, sorry. Wednesday, it's the big one. Send people to live trainings. Automated Freedom webinar. There are ways every single day. You do not have to be a member to attend any of those, so you can invite people to those trainings. So as you can see, this is where leading with value, getting people's contact information, this makes it so much easier, and it means that you can start to market online with success from day one. You have that authority. I just wanted to show you, because this is what I use. This is what has changed the world for me. This is what I've been using for 1.5 years. I now have a huge list of people that I can send to my trainings. I have a huge list of people that I can talk to about my network marketing business. And all I can say is that it works. And it's fantastic, and I love it, and it's made my life, it's made it a lot more fun. Right, here we are. Hello, me again. So that's it really. I said I would show you that list of book recommendations, so let me bring that up again. Of course, I need to share my screen first. So I'll do that. And bring up the list of recommendations. Here we go. The Slide Edge by Jeff Olson, I really loved, absolutely fantastic. A similar kind of, I guess, thought process is behind Darren Hardy's The Compound Effect. Both very, very good. Very, very good motivational books, and really make you think about what you're doing each day, your daily habits, and how you can start to track your daily habits. I mean, Darren Hardy really goes into a lot of detail with that compound effect. The 4-Hour Work Week with Timothy Ferriss, another good one. Ray Higdon recommends this one, The Secret Code of Success. I actually, I have to admit, I've not read it. It's next on my, because apparently it's fantastic. I've read the reviews. They are incredible. And The Ultimate Sales Letter by Dan Kennedy. Absolutely incredible reading. So those would be my sort of book recommendations to start off. I would actually possibly even do it in that order. The Slight Edge, then The Compound Effect, 4-Hour Work Week, Secret Code of Success, Ultimate Sales Letter. All highly recommended by pretty much all the leaders out there, all fantastic motivational reads, and they all come on audio. All of those books are on audio, available on audio. Right, I'll open it up to questions. So anybody got any questions on anything I have talked about tonight? It's 10 to, what is it, 10 to 10, my time? 10 to 5 if you're in the States on the East Coast. You can post it in the chat, or you can put it in the Q&A. I've enabled the Q&A, so you can put it in the Q&A. But if you've got any questions on anything I've talked about tonight, please let me know, and I will answer pretty much any question, any bit. If you want me to talk about my lead system, that's fine. If you want me to talk about any of the other things that I've talked about, or what will be coming, because tonight was really just about, you know, painting the picture, getting things started. Then we're going to be diving into different strategies, starting off with Facebook for the next couple of weeks, and then you know, taking it from there, going through the different strategies, and you know, really diving into some marketing strategies, which would be good fun. Who's posting any questions? So I mean, it could just be that there is quite a delay, so I'll leave it just for a few minutes. Otherwise, I'll let you get on with your afternoon and get on with your evening for now, and I'll see you again next week. But please, you know, if you've got any questions about anything I've talked about tonight, about anything that's coming, about My Lead System Pro, let me know, and I can answer it. Either put it in the chat or put it in the Q&A. It's funny, there's nobody asking any questions. So either I've been very clear, or you just don't have any questions right now. If you go away from this and you think of some questions, then just email me. I think you've all got my email address. Email me, and you know, I can get them answered. Not a problem. Nobody's asking any questions. I presume that you haven't got any questions. Okay. Would anyone like to have a quick peek at some more things in My Lead System Pro, just so that you can see it before you know, if you're thinking of perhaps doing the trial, which by the way is only $10 for your 10-day trial. It's a bit less than 10. You know, I'd be happy to show you a little look around. I can see a question here. If we have already got a YouTube following or blog, how do we introduce the MLM? Well, it depends what you mean by a YouTube following and a blog. Really, to introduce your MLM, you need to talk to people. People are not going to join just by you showing them information in an email, not really by you showing them information in a blog. Now, it doesn't hurt to have some videos on your YouTube channel and embedded into some blog posts on your blog that explain your MLM and why you love it, what it's doing for you, helping you, how it's helping other people. There's nothing wrong with having that kind of thing on your YouTube channel, having that kind of thing on your blog, but you can't really sort of present that kind of information to people up front, which is why you lead with value other than your MLM. You lead with the value that's provided for you in My Lead System Pro, for example. You lead, if you've got value to share with people, you might have your own ebook, for example. You can lead with that. Then people will begin to know, like, and trust you. Then it's when you talk to them on the phone or in person that you can sort of talk to them about your MLM business. I don't think there's any other way around it, really. MLM, network marketing, is you're asking them to commit to something big. You know, it's an ongoing thing. You're not asking them to buy something once and that's it. You're asking them to commit to something pretty big, and people won't generally do that unless you're talking to them about it. So if you have a YouTube following and you have a blog and you have people following your blog, unless you have their phone numbers, I don't think you can really talk to them about your MLM, which is why you need to get that. You need to get that information, really. Or alternatively, you build up the relationship through, I mean, YouTube and your blog, it's not so easy. People will start to know, like, and trust you through YouTube and your blog because they can see what you're doing, they can see what you're putting out there. But it's really the social media platforms where people can start to know, like, and trust you, or emails. And once you gather people's contact information, if it's just their email address, you can start to email them. If it's on Facebook, they become your audience on Facebook. If it's if in your capture page you include phone number, you can call them. And when you're talking to people through social media, you can ask for a phone number and you can talk to them. But it really, I think, requires you talking to them to introduce your MLM. Now, once people, if you're using My Lead System Pro, which I know that you are, once people, you know, become part of your My Lead System Pro team, as it were, then you can very easily talk to them about your network marketing business, because people are open to listening, even if, you know, as long as you put it the right way. Even if they're not even if they don't join, that's fine. They're usually open to listening. Most people are open to, you know, listening to an alternative. You need to put it in that way. You need to learn to put it right. And I'll tell you what, if you, am I sharing my screen? No, not. Let me just share my screen, show you. Because if you look here in the marketing strategies, there we go. The training is all here. So talking to calling your MLSP leads, there's training on it. Prospecting strangers, there's training on it. Additional strategies, list building, mindset, you know, training on it. You can learn how to talk to your prospects. You can learn how to do this stuff. You can learn, if you have mastery, you can learn anything, because the training library is there. And if you type in, we'll wait for it to load, prospecting, I can tell you, because I've done it, there are lots and lots of webinars and trainings on prospecting, and this will teach you how to people. It'll teach you how to not only talk to people on the phone, but talk to people in the social media sites. How to turn the internet into your own massive warm market. That was very recently done by Diane Hoffman. And I know there's more than that. Look at this. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6. Let's go to page 6. So these are from a long time ago. All right, prospecting with Jeffrey Coombs, Brian Finale, LinkedIn training, recruiting. I mean, it's amazing. It's all here. I hope you can see that. So, you know what I just said. I hope that helps, Saya. I really do think that you need to learn to develop that audience, that following on YouTube and in your blog, and in order to learn how to get those people to know, like, and trust you, I would go through some of that training. Does the 10-day trial include mastery? You can upgrade to mastery. It depends whether you're taking a 10-day trial of university or you're taking a 10-day trial of mastery. That's once you're taking the trial. If you want to stick with university, that's fine. Or you can upgrade and upgrade to mastery. And like I said, mastery is where you run the training library. Some people actually 10-day trial at mastery, and others start at university. Some people do a month or two at university level and then upgrade to mastery. I mean, upgrading to mastery at some point makes sense anyway, because you get the training library, and B, you get to keep 100% of the profits of sales that you make if you're a mastery member. Okay, are there any other questions? You see anybody put anything in the chat? Doesn't like it. Far away. Do you have any other questions? Didn't even talk about the. I didn't even talk about the pure profit products. Let me check those. Let me see. Yeah. So you get these if you are a mastery member. So these are trainings that you send people to. Some of them are for products that are $7 all the way up to $497, anywhere in between. So for example, if someone was showing an interest in learning how to use Facebook to market their business, you can shoot them over this training, which is a very good training. It's about a 90-minute video by Michelle Pesco-Solido, but it leads them into potentially buying the course. This is the capture page. So they are signing up for the training. And, you know, the training is just on its own, but into potentially buying the course. And you get to keep $297 because you get to keep 100% of the profits. So there's a whole variety of those products in there if you're a Mastery member. Okay, right. Any other questions? Doesn't look like it. So I think it's gone 10 o'clock here. I think I'm going to call it a day. Please quickly fire in another question if you've got one. I'll give it to 2 minutes until the, because I know there's a time lag until the time lag catches up. And then I'll say goodbye. Okay, but thank you very much for attending. There's quite a few of you on here, so you know, thanks for giving up your your afternoon or your evening and listening. And you know, I've had fun. I've enjoyed it, so hope you've got a lot out of it. And next week we'll be diving into Facebook marketing. Okay, so I'm going to call it a day for now, and I will see you next Thursday. You're going to need to click the link. I'll have to set. I'm going to set up a new registration each week, so it's not like an ongoing thing where you get reminders. I'm going to set up a new registration link, and the reason I'm doing that is just in case I need to, because it's summer, just in case I need to skip a week, which is possible, or just in case I need to change the time a bit. Okay, it's a lot easier just to invite people each week. And there might be weeks that you want to do, and then weeks that you're not particularly interested in learning about, which is fine as well. So I'm going to give you the sort of opportunity to sign up each week. And I can see the registrants of this one, so I will send you the registration link, and I'll also send it out to my list. I see there's one more question. Oh, no, it's not. All right, I'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.